So today we're taking Blondie to a Train with Anya lesson. It's going to be an exciting one. Let's go. I've got my friend Scarlett here to help me and we're having a great time.
Oh, Blondie, I've never seen you look so cross.
I know. Equine product saddle pack. Some clean. Blondie has not been out since Hoys, so she's a little bit excited and a bit cross today, aren't you, baby? She likes her outings. She's a bit fresh today. Two-man job.
Oh, who's this around the corner?
Do you love them? Yeah. I know you love them. I know you love them. Whoa. Wow, look at all this. It's crazy. You ready? Good girl. Wow, that is a lot of pork, Blondie. What do you think? Look at her face. They take up the whole room. Yeah. Wow, look at all the amazing products. So we're here at WEBB, Blondie's all ready, and we're doing pole work and grids today, and I'm having my lesson with the amazing HYSLOP WEBB. Emma, would you like to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi guys. Emma HYSLOP WEBB, as Anya's introduced me. I have contested in 13 5-stars, and those have been on 4 horses that I produced from 100 level all the way up to 5-star.
Wow, that's amazing. We're here today thanks to Equine Products, both of ours amazing sponsors, and thank you so much for all of your incredible supplements that make our ponies look amazing. Emma, have you got a horse that is one of a kind and so special to you?
I have, yeah. That would be, his stable name is Wally, and his show name is Waldo, and I've had him from a 4-year-old, and he's contested 4 5-stars, and he's had, I think, 15 consecutive seasons being at top level, and I've still got him now, and he is 22, and he still jumps around newcomer show jumping competitions just for a bit of fun and to keep his own confidence and to keep reminding everybody that he's king of the yard. But yeah, he would be one of my, probably the most special horse to me in my career, and also as a person, because he's probably still one of the naughtiest horses on the yard.
Wow, he sounds incredible and a little bit cheeky.
We can put you on him today.
Yes, please. So Emma, if you had a time machine to go back in time, what one thing would you tell yourself when you're about my age?
Okay. One thing I think I would say would be to enjoy the journey, because it's not just all of the highs. We all know there are lows with horses, but I think it's reminding yourself of the special bonds that you have with your ponies and the journey that you've been on from where you started to where you are, and even where you aspire to be in the future. So keep reminding yourself of that, I think.
I think that's a great one for everyone to take note of. So Emma, with the exercises we're going to do today, how are they designed to help me?
Well, today we're going to be working with some poles, some grids, some bounces. And it's a really good time of year. So we're now finishing the, you've just come away from Hoys, so we're now looking at starting to build on some winter progression, keeping the pony supple, bending, and some really good exercises about adjustability and improving both the walk, trot and the canter. So it'll be really interesting to see where we start to where we finish.
Sounds exciting.
Let's get going.
Let's go. The spiders are creepy.
Okay, so welcome Anya, welcome to our polls and group session. So today we're going to work, we've got a really good Halloween special. We've got pumpkins, we've got spiders webs down at the bottom. We've got a nice picture of a spider in the middle with a raised spider. So we have some really good pole exercises to work on suppleness, bend and stride length. So that's what our focus is going to be on for today's session. So anything that you'd personally like to work on today?
Making sure she's bending straight and staying in a good rhythm.
Good girl, that's going to be really helpful for today. So we're going to have a 40-minute session. Now, anything I need to know about your pony beforehand?
She's called Blondie.
Blondie, okay.
She does show jumping. 9 years old. She jumps top track.
138. Okay. Well, because she's a top track jumping pony, we're not going to be jumping big heights today. So today isn't about the height of fences. It's about the rhythm and, as you say, the suppleness and the straightness. So today we might jump maybe 90 or a metre, but it's more about how the exercise and how the fences are built towards. We have lots of transitions. We play with walk, trot and canter, and you'll see as the lesson goes on as to how we play with that. So if you just want to leave our little Halloween box, have a little walk around, get Blondie used to all of the spiders and the webs. You'll see we've got lots of fillers set out here above you today. So just pick up the contact on the left rein and just have a little walk around and get her used to everything.
That sounds perfect.
So we're just going to start with the first walk exercise. So you see the right hand side of the arena. I know she's used to seeing all the fruity banners, but it's a really nice opportunity to make the transition into the first right hand side of the exercise. And this is a very nice, easy exercise to start warming up with, but it's really here designed to get the pony listening and bending around your inside leg. So we do a little left hand corner, another corner, and then changing direction. So just follow that nice little path of holes. So now just turning left back in between, and then turning right. Good girl. Now we're going to go back into that, and this time we're going to ask for a little bit more body bend. So just have those reins a little shorter, a little bit more feel down the rein, and now we're thinking about bending, good girl, around your leg. Okay, so we'll go back again. Good girl. Looks easier than it is, doesn't it? That's it. Now we're thinking body bend. So now we want to turn your body, your left leg, now right leg. Good girl. Now we're going to go and do that again. And this time I want you thinking a little bit more, keeping your eyes up, not looking down at the floor. And this time as you come to turn, I want you to use your upper body. So bring your left shoulder back, put your weight down into your left heel, walking on, now bending around your inside leg. And now turn your body now, right shoulder back, better. And now the little things that if you were to adapt that into a jump off, then they're really good training exercises to use. Go a little further this time, so we're coming a little bit straighter, a little bit more connected. Reins nice and short, now squeezy leg. Go deep into that corner, now wrapping around the right leg, looking up, bring your right shoulder back. Back again, right shoulder further back for me. Look up. Now the basics, it's a great time of year to think about those small things. Now walking on, and now we're going to go and pick up trot. Just go large around the arena first before we start bringing in the poles. And that's the same thing. Now because there is a lot to look around, just think about having a little feel, moving that bit across the mouth, and having that connection, Anya. So really just reminding Blondie that you are in charge here. Good girl, nice little bit of squeezy leg there. Every time you sit, try and wrap those legs around. More of a squeezy leg than a spur. Good girl. And then let's try and have a little bit more of an outline so that we're taking control exactly where your pony's looking. There's so much to look at in here. We've got Halloween banners, spiders, webs, spooky pillars. Good girl. That's it. Now a little bit more trot before we think about introducing these poles. Now we try and get your hands a little bit stiller, but have that same little feel, but I then don't want to see those hands. Good girl. And a little bit lower with a more of a vibration feel. Good girl. Do another circle for me. And then we're going to trot down the centre, Anya, of this exercise, through the poles, and then on landing you're going to turn left. You're not going to head towards the raised spider to begin with. We've got a little feel, with that thing across the mouth, and keep that connection. And here we're working on straightness. Every time you sit, wrap those legs around, trotting on, and then turning left. Think back to that first exercise. I want to see you turn your body and that shoulder as you come out of the pole exercise. So you're showing me with your shoulders and your head in which direction you're going. So down the centre again, and this time we're going to turn right. Good girl. Trotting on, keeping that connection. And now right shoulder back, turn your body. Bending around that inside leg. Good girl. Now if you were to give yourself a mark out of 10 as to how much body bend you had on that turn, what would you give yourself? 6. 6, okay. How can we make it an 8? Good girl, and bending around the leg. So let's now do that. Bending around the leg, show me. Almost look at me on that turn. Look at me. Good girl. That's better. Much better outline. And again, let's go down the centre. And this time we're going to turn right. And now look over your shoulder. Show me with your body. Good girl. That's better. Good girl. And now almost look at me. Turn your body. Turn. Bend around that leg. Good girl. Better. What do you think one of you think of the raised spider? Okay. So same thing again now, down the centre, and this time we're going to go straight and in the centre of our raised spider. A really good accuracy question here. Nice bit of squeezy leg, keep that straightness, eyes stay up. Good girl, well done. Super. Come over, have a little talk, and I'll give you the next exercise, second exercise. Good girl. Really good. And they're the basics that are very easy during the season that we might not even realise that we can make better. And that's the great thing with the winter training series, is that those things over winter we can be mindful to go into jump off next time. Because on those turns there, you're looking at your next fence and you're getting bent around the leg, and that's how we get faster and faster. You're probably faster than me right now, but we don't have to go that fast eventually, but you do, and they're the little things that make that difference. So now we're going to do exactly the same down the centre of the exercise. After our raised spider, we're going to turn left. Then come into this exercise with our 4 poles. I'll show you this because it's like a little brain training exercise, remembering where we're going. So after our 4 poles, we then come into our spider. Now this is where we start the spider, and you'll see that we have 8 poles on a circle. Now I want you to think back to that turn at the end of our central exercise, after turning your body, a little bit more weight in your right seat bone, and making sure your right heel is down for this exercise. I'm going to stand in the middle, and I'll be able to see how much body bend we've got, and how much bend you're using yourself to get your pony wrapped around your inside leg. So here we're going to do 2 circles, and after our second circle come out over these 4 poles. Then with a really nice bend here around our inside leg, as we then get the pony bent around our inside leg, then work on being in the centre of this next 4 pole exercise. On landing, we're then going to go straight towards our equine product spanners, and then turn right in between the cavaletti and repeat the exercise. Got it? Go, go, let's go. Sit, feel around, wrapping those legs around, so it's a feel. Good go. Now thinking of straight so I can see how straight you are over that spider. Good girl. Now think about that turning exercise with that naughty left shoulder. Bring that shoulder back. Good girl. The spider. Go. One circle. Good girl. Good. And here, turning left to the butterfly. Bending around your shoulder. Go. And then a transition, and let's have a little chat about that. So as we started the exercise, we were nice and straight, heading towards the spider. I was really pleased with that. As we came to the dice, I liked the trot that you had. Talk me through this exercise here. The spider.
I couldn't use the thing right in the middle of the pose.
Yeah.
A bit more, so she was round on the circle.
Good girl. Because if we were being really critical there on the circle, I now want her to have body bend. Think like you're almost sat on a banana. Okay? I'd like to see that amount of body bend on the circle. And I also want to see you looking ahead, not down at the poles. And this little right shoulder, because you're on the rein, I want it back. So I want next time, I'm standing in the middle, and we're going to be able to film as to how much you're looking ahead and how much you're turning your body to then tell her where we're going. Okay? So let's repeat the exercise with those small improvements. And then marginal, but that's the great thing about really training. We're working on that margin. Well, trotting on. So we're looking at one trot. Poles do not make a difference. Good girl. Squeeze leg. And straight. Good girl. Now bending around that inside leg, bring that left shoulder back better. Good girl, well tried. Now the same thing, keeping that trot. Good girl. Trotting. And now to the spider. Now remember, I'm looking at you. You need to now look at me. Look at me. Now you turn your body. Now bring your right shoulder back. Look at me. Good girl. That's better. Again, right shoulder back. Good girl. Looking ahead, turn your body. Now, if I was to ask you to do that one-handed, so now, think, and it's not going to be perfect, and it's going to go forward, but I want you now to put your weight in your left hand, and then think about how we stay on the circle. So, now you, hello, now let's stop there. Because as you drop that rein, and you brought your hand back, what happened to your right shoulder? Well, it went back. So now we have a right shoulder compared to Anya's left shoulder that's here. Yeah? And that's exactly what we need to be doing on that circle, is turning your body to then make that advantage that you're telling her where we're going. So I really like that. So let's go back and do that again. Yeah, I like it. I do loads of one-handed work because it's really good. Eventually, we might come down these grids, one-handed or one-stirrup, and we're working on balance. And all those little things that you can do to communicate to your pony where we're going. Good girl, now you can make it better. Good girl, does that feel odd? A little bit, but I like where your shoulder is. Now I want you to think about how you're using your right seat bone. Because you're really pushing your weight now down into that right heel to turn. Can you feel that? Good girl. Now put two hands back on the rein and then back to the rest of the exercise. So now here, turning left, getting her to bend around your inside leg, trotting on. Good girl, well done. And then downward transition to walk. Good girl, well done. Something at home that you can practice at doing. Sometimes I'll make myself ride, even like before I went to the dressage arena early. I'm there doing a little bit of one-handed work myself, because sometimes we all have horses or ponies that might be a little bit one-handed in a contact. So sometimes to level out that contact, I'll do the same thing and ride one-handed to make me use my upper body more. So I have to, for a dressage, I have to use my core, and sometimes by letting go of that contact, it makes you use your upper body more and sit deeper in the saddle. And that's exactly what was happening on that circle there. I really like how you use your body and how you're actually turning. And they're the little things that we can do in a jump off that's going to make you even faster. We should have like a commission scheme, shouldn't we? How faster can I make Anya? Good go. Now we're going to go and have a little work on the canter because it's a really nice warm-up trot exercise. So we're now going to pick up canter, have a couple of circles around our raised spider, and then the first time I'm going to let you come down our bounce exercise. So they're all built on a 3.5 metre distance so that we're on a bounce stride. Come down there a couple of times, and then we're going to lead into that first exercise we did, the walk, and then we have a walk to canter transition straight to the bounce. Okay? Go. Little vibration now, move a bit across now. That was better, good girl. So a couple of circles. Good girl. Now I'd like a little bit more what I call jump in that canter. A little bit more uplift in that shoulder. And now think about, Anya, how you can use your feet to then create a little bit more jump in the canter. So I want you to think about how much you're pushing with your feet. Ah, good girl, better. Are you ready to go down the bounce? Good girl. Again, you're working on straightness. I'm looking behind you to see how straight you are. Good girl, well done. And then down the back. It works all hard on my Good girl. I want that right leg on there. You can do it one-sided. That's the right leg on. You lay that bottom Squeeze the right leg. Feel of the right leg. Good girl. Now bring your right shoulder back. That's better. Good girl. And now down the back. Forward and lock to the back. Good girl. Right shoulder back. Nice and straight. Good girl. And I want to see you, as you come in, when you're in a suitable position, that you feel you can drop one hand. Are you stronger left or right-handed?
Right.
Right, good girl. So we'll drop the right rein, have the left contact, and I want to see how you're going to use your body coming down that bounce line to slow her down. So what might you do to slow her down if we've got less rein contact?
Put my shoulders back.
Good girl.
And don't lean forward.
Good girl.
Just so it's pushing her forward.
Good girl. And really focus on keeping those hands down. Girl, let her pop down. Next time. That's it. Now your hand is happy, raising one hand. Good girl, well done. Really good. Right, for our next exercise, we're going to bring in my grid. And then we're going to put all of this together. So we start with the grid, and I've got a bounce pole, to a cross pole, to a cross pole, and they're on a bounce distance. And then we're one stride to an upright, one stride to an oxer, one stride to the upright, one stride to the oxer. Nice big canter. And you need to communicate after that bounce, Anya, that we're moving forward to the one strided distance. So little feel, have that shake, ready for the bounce, and then land and then press. Squeeze, squeeze. Good girl, well done. Good girl. Downward transition to trot, and let's have a little chat. Back down the rein, little vibration, keep that body bend. That's better, good girl, well done. How did that feel? If you were to give yourself a mark out of 10, what would you give yourself?
6.5.
Oh, I give you more than that. Why 6.5?
I feel like from the bounce to that up, I should have told this to move on a bit more.
Good girl. Yeah. Your position, how did you feel that was? Good girl. For me as well, on landing, I want you to there and work on that straightness because you're drifting through that right shoulder. So this time I want you to make a real conscious effort that you're going to canter almost towards Kim and then with a halt transition so we ensure we're teaching and educating straightness. So exactly the same again but with that halt transition at the end. Good girl. Eyes up. Then halt. Good girl. Well done for the halt, but that just highlights a little bit where the training is. Because this time I want you to halt right in front of Kim. We're going to see how brave Kim is with the camera. But you're going to halt right in front of her so we can see how straight you are. And then we're training how to stay on your aid. So once more, through the grid, I was really pleased with. Your position was much better. It's just that straightness on landing I'd like to address. Good girl, back in with your shoulder. Make sure we're using that seat to create that jump in the canter. Good girl. Making sure our eyes stay up, focusing at Kim on our straightness, because that's now what we're testing. Good girl. Good girl, give her a pat. And I think Kim as well, because she didn't move, she trusted you there. Good girl, well done. Now we're going to put all of it together. So now it turns into brain training exercise. So we now come down the center to our spider, through the sides, then on a circle of a spider, back to the butterfly, then go between the F1 products for the lefty, pick up Canter. I'd like a circle because we're really working on her suppleness today and body bend. I'd like us a couple of circles around that flower, then down our grid. Then you're going to come where Kim is now and jump the spider towards me, but with almost like a lead change as we've jumped. So we've gone from the right rein to the left, landing on the correct lead. Then to a walk transition as we head back to our first exercise where we're getting a body bend in the walk, and then in the corner near the 2 buckets we want to walk the canter transition, and then I need you to think about how the canter changes from where we've opened the grid up to make the distance to now the bounce where I need to see you sit deeper, taller and have the canter rounder because we're then going down a line of 7 bounces. And then at the end, just to throw in another exercise, down to trot, and I'd like you to trot through the flower. So there's some zigzag poles down there. We're going to again just have a nice trotting exercise through the poles. Okay? We haven't done that exercise yet, but you'll see there's the triangle, orange triangle and pink. Just zigzag poles. And we can do another little circle again, just re-emphasising the body bend. Great, that softens the body bend. About looking right now, bring that right shoulder back, a little bit canter to the spider. Then with that lead change, turn your head. Good girl. Now keep her connected. Even though we're in the walk, we're still on that outline. And her still listening to your legs. Then bending right, looking up, right shoulder back, walking on, and then walk to canter. Good girl. Nice shoulder work. Good girl. Transition to trot. Oh. Good girl. Let's do a little circle in that corner. And that's why I like to mix up the trot and the canter work to really get her listening to you. Good girl. Let her transition down to walk again. Good girl. How did that feel? Good. Anything that we can make better, or you'd like to make better to know that it was a good session? Good girl, well done. Yeah. And for me, I actually like this exercise at the top, because it's one of those that when you watch it back on film, you'll see that you weren't quite quick enough to tell her where we were going with your body. So I'd like to see a clear change of directional aid for her, so we can make that turn a little bit quicker. She knows where we're going. So we'll start in that corner. And there, don't allow her to york you. Try to keep your hands down so that you've got hold of that contact. So we're going to go walk the canter in that left corner, and then to our spider, back to our walk, and then we're going to get that trot transition before we go back to the flower exercise. This time we might just do a little 10-meter circle there, because she keeps spooking in that corner. Again, just making her listen to you. Think about how much she's bending on that circle. Good girl. Now turn with your body more now. Turn, turn. Better. Good girl. Transition. Now be moving a bit across her mouth. You keep your shoulders back so she can't pull you forwards. Remember that right shoulder. Body bend to the transition. Shoulders, shoulders. And hands stay down. Transition to trot. Smooth a bit across the mouth. Good girl, well done. Now one final exercise I'd like to do, just because I always like to work on an even exercise plan. So whatever we've done on one rein, I'd like to repeat on the other. So which would you be your most beneficial exercise? And let's see if we can match. Good girl. So for me, this was your most important exercise, the most beneficial. So we're just going to repeat it on the other rein, just so again it's something that you can take home, practice, and then we can feel if she's actually even on both reins. So we'll pick up trot, and then we'll start with this pole and then come into the spider. So there, just be thinking about moving the bridge across the mouth, much better for me there, much better outline, much better connection. Every time you sit, think about wrapping those legs around her. Good girl, I really like that outline. So starting with our first pole. Good girl. Now that's the left shoulder. Now look at me. Look at me, yes. That's the left shoulder I want to see. Good girl. That's it. Good girl. Keep that trot. Let's do one more circle to make it polished. Bending around that left leg. Looking at me, turning that left shoulder. A little bit more weight into that left seat bone. And that left heel down. Good girl. And I'm going to be that trainer that says one more time. So one more circle just like that. Good girl. Much better. And then downward transition to walk and out of it. Good girl. Well done. Big pats. So for each training session, it's really important for me as a coach to understand what you as a rider have taken away today. So what 3 learning points have you learned today?
To definitely figure out how to use your body.
Good girl.
And how to make sure to turn her.
Good girl.
With her body bend.
Yep.
And then it was really helpful for the transitions, getting her to listen
if we were to say, so what's been the most useful exercise for you today, what would it be?
Spider web to help me turn.
Good girl.
Which makes her use the book.
Yeah, and for me as a coach, I think one of the best exercises we did was a Hulk transition at the end. Because she has a tendency, she's a super jumper, she's got a super record, but we're now looking at the winter training series about keeping her listening to you, and that corner's quite spooky today. So by ensuring that nice little Hulk transition, she then was listening to you a little bit more, and that really came into play then onto the next exercise. So did you enjoy that?
Yes,
Good
thank you
girl.
so much.
You're welcome, well done. And thank you Equine
And
Products
thank
as well
you, Equine Products.
that supported us today. Here you go.
It's like a magic in there.
It is.
What is the one product you couldn't go to a show without?
We're almost snap.
No.
But Anya has the tiger tongue, and I have the tiger tongue sponge, which is a sponge with a tiger tongue on the back. So that is our go-to for shows. So snap,
Snap.
snap.
Which product do you use the most before going to a show?
What's your for? So then like good girl. Before a show, I'd be mane and tail, and I went for double whammy of shampoo.
Which product do you think your horses like the most?
Ooh. Treats.
Treats.
What is your go-to product after an event?
What have you got?
Relax.
And we've got electrolytes. Electrolytes for us?
Quick fire questions. Favorite movie?
Oh, Love Actually.
Oh, Love.
Yeah, Love Actually. Classic Christmas film.
I've never heard of it.
Great film.
Favorite takeaway?
Chinese. Normally on a Friday or Saturday, maybe late back from a show.
Quite a few people have said Chinese. Favorite riding discipline?
I say cross country, but it's based on what horse you're on. For me, I've got 3 disciplines, so if I'm on a good dressage horse, then that one is good. But generally, I'd say cross country.
Yeah. Holiday destination?
Oh, somewhere in the Caribbean. Nice bit of blue sea, some sun, and a pina colada.
Who would you take to a desert island, and what one thing would you take?
Oh, I'll probably be a soft touch. I'll probably have to say I forgot to take my husband, or we'll say I'll take my husband. And is it a luxury item, or? I'd say telephone, and then I can keep in touch with everybody else.
Good option.
A safe option.
What's the competition you'd love to win?
Burley.
Ballet. Secret passion?
Oh, probably I think maybe a bargain. I like a good bargain or value, or buying something that you think you've got a really good deal on.
Oh, wow. We've had quite a few different things for the secret passion, but we've not had that one.
Bargain hunter and a HYSLOP web.
One sentence that sums you up.
Oh, I'd like to say fun, loyal, and probably entertaining.
Thank you so much, Emma.
You're welcome, thank you. It was fun. Good girl, well done.
Good girl.